With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight's split decision racing's into being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series fires things off for the final time here in season number 2 at the famed historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's right, the Brickyard gonna host tonight's historic event. We're gonna crown 3 class champions and 1 overall champion here at the end of tonight's 95-minute timed event. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from the trackside. 10-minute qualifying session now underway. Few drivers jumping out quick and early to get those time laps in. Let's see if we can throw some of that information up for you here in just a moment. Air temperature nice and cool, 75 degrees here tonight in Indianapolis. And well, look at that track temperature, 100 degrees out there on this 2.5 mile rectangle oval, if that's such a thing. I mean, you can see it right there in the race information. Not quite a rectangle, but not quite an oval either. So we'll see who gets around the big old horse pill here tonight. That's about the only thing I could call it. Looks like one of them ibuprofen 9000s that they give you at the doctor, but you know, hey. Let's see, it looks like we do have a few drivers turning in some time lapse, so let's go ahead and throw that qualifying information up over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Luke Smith, Lucas Portman, Thomas Myers, Dave Gilbert, and Kevin Bernheimer round out your top 5. No surprise, we've got those Gen 6 Cup cars up at the top of the speed charts here in qualifying. Look for some of these Xfinity Series drivers and truck drivers to possibly work with each other over the course of the race. We've seen these machines be able to draft and stay with each other and make up a little bit of ground on those Cup cars. We'll have to see how efficient and how effective the draft will be for the drivers here tonight. But for now, top of the speed charts, quick time here tonight in qualifying belongs to the 17 Ford Mustang of Lucas Gortman. Another fast Ford right behind him. It's a Ford lockout. Your top 5 all with those blue ovals, so the ponies showing some speed here tonight. William Klingbeil, how about that? He's going to go 7th, now get dropped back from Nate Johnson, who's going to take over that 6th position. And the Chevys might have their hands full here tonight as the music fades. We're going to slowly begin to transition a little bit closer to the track, see if we can't find anybody out there putting down a time lap. How about we jump down there with this man right here inside the 27 Turtle Shells machine. Check that machine out. That thing looks pretty nice and chrome out there. I'm digging it. What is that on the side of the car? Tell you what, let's get a little bit closer, cameraman. How about that one? Tyler Rush. Heck of a paint job. I like it, man. That thing looks pretty sweet out there. See if the Turtle Man can get his way inside the top 5. Right now, Lucas Gortman still sitting at the top of the speed charts. Luke Smith, Dave Gilbert, Kevin Bernheimer, and Thomas Myers now rounding out the top 5. Matthew Wheeler has the pole for the truck class right now as Rush goes 7th on the speed charts. William Klingbeil in the 83 machine. He's got the pole position for the Xfinity class right now. Both of those drivers 8th and 9th on the speedway. So all of those Gen 6 cars are at the top of the speed charts. Ryan Johnson, Caleb McCarthy, both out there on track. We'll jump back and take a look at that 24 of Caleb McCarthy here in just a few moments as we continue to watch Tyler Rush make his way around. I believe that was turn 3 going to turn 4. Now he'll head back to the yard of bricks for the final time here in qualifying. gonna cross the yard of bricks, go fourth on the speed charts, but how about tiny horse Ryan Johnson? He's gonna break into the top 3, and McCarthy with trouble. Let's go back, check out the 38 of Ryan Johnson. Second time lap here. Can Johnson go faster on lap number 2? Will he have enough in the tank to take over the top spot? Lucas Gortman has been the pole sitter since he turned in his time lapse, so the majority of it were 6 minutes deep. He's been the pole sitter for about 5 of those 6 minutes. Ryan Johnson hustling hard out there on the track, trying to take that top spot away. We'll see if this Chevy ZL1 Camaro has anything for Gortman. Back off of 4, coming through the front stretch, going across the line, this time around the Task Force driver inside the 38. Ryan Johnson not able, and he's going to do it. Timing and scoring took a minute. Ryan Johnson to the top of the speed charts. New pole sitter here tonight. Fast time for Johnson, 51:67. Why don't we check on one of our Xfinity drivers? How about Jeffrey Ramsdale? Ramsdale waiting to put in his first time lap. I believe he is on his first time lap already. And with just about 3 minutes remaining here in qualifying, we'll get to some of those championship instances going on, the way that the championship runs down for the next gen Cup cars. The Gen 6 drivers, Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, Kayla McCarthy, Luke Smith, all knotted up in the points. 400 points apiece coming in tonight's championship race. So we will focus on those 4 drivers as they will set out to snatch some hardware here tonight and walk away with not only a class championship, but try to walk away with the overall championship as well. McCarthy gonna go 3rd on her time lap. Ramsdale gonna go 21st. Xfinity Series drivers vying for the championship: Patrick Anderson, William Klingbeil, Michael Gitchell, as well as Keith Fonseca. All of those drivers after the championship hardware for the Xfinity class. And we've got 4 truck drivers hustling out there tonight, trying to get the job done as well. Jorge Canales sitting inside of that 71 machine, sits 10th on the speed charts. He is the top truck driver in this championship. Josh McKinney, Jonathan Cusmano, and Justin Gibbs all chasing the hardware here tonight. We said Canales was top of that truck class. Well, that's because he took the truck pole position away from Matthew Wheeler. Canales gonna go 10th on the speed charts. Wheeler back in 11th. William Klingbeil leads the Xfinity speed charts here in qualifying, and with just a handful of minutes remaining, we're gonna step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Head down trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
and back track side after the flyover, getting ready to set ourselves up for tonight's race. Why don't we head a little closer track side as drivers have made their way to the starting grid. Look for them all to begin to roll off pit road here very shortly. You can hear those bells in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the season finale here in season number 2 for the Split Decision Racing Into Being Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series, powered by Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing, starting inside row number 1. Your pole sitter here tonight, the 38 of Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson. Lucas Gortman gonna line up right to his outside back in row number 2. Here tonight, Luke Smith, Kayla McCarthy. Inside row number 3, the 7 of Dave Gilbert, followed by the 27 of Tyler Rush. Back in row number 4 here tonight, the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer and the 77 of Thomas Meyer. Nate Johnson and Jorge Canales gonna round out your top 10. Back in the 11th starting position, the 21 of Matthew Wheeler. William Klingbeil in the 83 machine, he took the pole position in the Xfinity class. He'll start in the 12th position back in row number 7. With the 11 of Josh McKinney, followed by the 93 of Justin Gibbs. Michael Gitchell, John Humphrey back in row 8, row number 9 here tonight, the 47 of Vinny Tabby, and the 99 of Patrick Anderson. John Peterson, Mark Ackerman back in row number 10, row number 11 here tonight, 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell, and the 45 of Jonathan Kuzmano. Keith Fonseca gonna line up back in row number 12. They'll have Thomas Deegan right behind him, then Richard Crane and Michael Hayward will round out the field. Pace car ducks off. We're ready to drop the hammer. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Pole sitter Johnson gets a good jump, but Gortman not letting him go anywhere. Again, Team Taco somehow will walk away with the championship here tonight. It's going to be a fierce, hard-fought battle all night long. Your top 4 coming into tonight's racing, that next gen, that Gen 6 Cup class. Sit 1, 2, 3, 4 on the racetrack. We'll begin to watch as these drivers all battle for positions. Going to stay right here for a moment with these top running Cup class drivers. Jorge Canales, there you can see that 71. He's been able to stay in tow right now, and that's going to help him out tremendously. He's able to keep a little sniff of that draft there. You can see Matthew Wheeler and Josh McKinney all packed up right behind inside. That was Nate Johnson and Tyler Rush. 88 goes to the top of the speedway in that into being able to grab the spot right there at the end. Looked like Tyler Rush had to jump out of the gas, and it looks like trouble on the track. Oh boy, let's see what happened. Excuse me, let's see how it all went down. Looks like possibly 2 of our truck class contenders being tangled up in this one. Let's see what happened. Oh, and contact with an Xfinity driver, the 48. Oh, and man, hard impact there. John Humphrey involved. Big impact late, too, for Jonathan Kuzmano. Oh, man. Wow, that was crazy. Let's go back, take another look. Here we go one more time. Oh, big impact there. How about this one? Nowhere to go. Golly. trouble for multiple drivers. We'll jump back to the front of the field, back behind the pace car. Man, that is a hard lick for a handful of our truck drivers. Justin Gibbs involved, John Humphrey involved, Jonathan Kuzmano involved, Michael Ayward gets a piece of it. Keith Fonseca also with some trouble. So multiple different championship contenders caught up and involved in this one. We've got at least two of the four truck class drivers caught up in this one are part of that championship hunt. Kuzmano and Gibbs, big trouble for both of them right here. We'll keep our eye on pit road. A few of them already down there on pit road. The 93 of Justin Gibbs, John Humphrey in the Ford machine also down there to pit road. But here comes Ackerman as well as Gitchell, Peterson, Ramsdale, Crane, Teagan, Fonseca, and look for Kuzmano to also enter pit road. And whoa, no, he's going to stay out on track for the time being, trying to catch up to the field for maybe a lap and then possibly come down to pit road. But it's going to be a long night for them. Long night of racing action here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 95-minute timed event as always, so the lap count not mattering. But if you're interested in trying to win one more time, one last time, laying it all out there on the line, can you guess the correct amount of laps that these drivers are going to be able to turn in this 95-minute timed event? If you think you can, come on over and play Dave's Dollars right here on the YouTube side of thing. You gotta put your answer in the chat. Put your guess down there before the 45-minute remaining mark. And we'll see if you have what it takes to walk away with Dave's Dollars. Undisclosed amount here up for grabs here tonight. We've ran the entire season with nobody able to win Dave's Dollars so far. We've had a couple of times where they're right there on it, one lap shy, one lap over. Unfortunately, not hitting the jackpot just yet. So if you think you can do the math, if you think you can get it right, head on over to the YouTube side of things, head off into the chat, and you can try to your hands at walking away with a little fatter pocket here by the end of tonight's season finale race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's see who's ready to play Dave's Dollars here tonight. And well, for those of you out there, TV Land watching right now, let's go ahead and get rid of that graphic. Let's go back old school for you. Give you a little bit of perspective. There you go on lap number 5 here tonight, 6 minutes into tonight's race. What do you think we're going to get? I know what my guess is right now. I'm going to play it safe for a moment, get a little closer to that 45-minute mark before I go putting in my pick of the night. We'll have to wait to see who gets it. Does anybody get it? Almost half of the field down onto pit road during this first caution here tonight. Big stack up on the track, clogging up turn number 3. Turn number 2, I apologize. Admin officials and race control deciding to throw the full course caution. Typically, we do not see those full course cautions. Only local yellows here in the Split Decision Racing into being Triple Threat Series, powered by Butt Kicker. Tonight's season finale championship night right here at the Brickyard, brought to you by the butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing and feel these drivers nail the loud pedal as off we go once again on the gas. Green flag flies as Ryan Johnson heads back towards turn number 1. Lucas Portman right there as well. Johnson, Gortman going at it. Back and forth. Kayla McCarthy, how about the restart for McCarthy in that 24 machine? She is all over the tail end of Gortman right now. We've got some more trouble out there. Looks like Justin Gibbs has more trouble. Jonathan Kuzmano goes back off the track. Michael Ayward involved. We'll keep that pinned on the side here for just a moment. See if we can't get back to that in just a few seconds. Meanwhile, let's jump around the track just a little bit. Trying to bring in some more of this racing action. There's Dave Gilbert, Thomas Myers, Nate Johnson all stacked up running with each other. Your championship 4, your top 4, all nose to tail, all within 1 second of each other. It looks like they're within about a half a second of each other. Driver's not a given inch right now. The 88 looks to the bottom of the speedway. Not going to quite be able to get there just yet. Johnson's going to stay behind Myers for the time being. We're going to go up here and look at this battle continue to rage on. Ryan Johnson Kayla McCarthy drops to the bottom of the speedway. She's going to make up 2 positions. She moves to second by the time they get to turn number 3 through the short chute now into turn 4. Heading back to the start-finish line. We go once again. Here we come off of 4. And man, look at that view. Look at that picture. Fans filling the stands. Not an empty seat in the house for tonight's season finale here in season number 2. Number 2, they'll head, or turn 1, I should say, they'll head off in turn 2. Now exiting. Long way to go before you get to turn number 3. Driver's going to stay stacked up one nose to tail for the time being. What do you say we check in on a few of our other class battles going on right now? Let's take a look right here with that 71 of Jorge Canales. Came into tonight's race with a shot at the hardware. Can he park that 71 machine in victory lane in the truck series and take away the season championship in that truck class? Right now, he's got himself a 1.1 second advantage over Josh McKinney. McKinney next in line for that championship hardware. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-truck battle for the rest of this championship night here, because Justin Gibbs and Jonathan Kuzmano, both the 45 and the 93, down on pit road, falling multiple laps down already. So the truck class starting to get a little bit clearer here tonight. From Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we'll jump back behind Matthew Wheeler as William Klingbeil actually makes his way up and around. Patrick Anderson, 99, looks to grab a spot as well, looking to follow that Whiskey River 83 of Klingbeil up and around. 21 of Wheeler. Anderson not quite able to get there just yet. Anderson, Klingbeil, both have a shot at the Xfinity Class Championship. They run nose to tail on the speedway. Gonna have to go a little bit further back to find your next running drivers there. Guess what? Nose to tail on the track as well. Michael Gitchell in that 48 machine. He was caught up involved in a little bit of that incident that had brought out the first and only caution flag here tonight. The 61 of Keith Fonseca right there, just about a half a second off the rear deck, lit up the 48 Ford Mustang. Fonseca and Gitchell going at it for championship supremacy in the Xfinity class, but they're going to have to pick up the pace to get by William Klingbeil and Patrick Anderson, running 12th and 13th here tonight. Both of those drivers top of the Xfinity class here tonight. Keeping our eye on the field, though, keeping our eye at the front. Kayla McCarthy goes to the front of this field as your next gen drivers all begin to catch back up the Gen 6 machines. The Aero Pack really affording itself to pack racing, and we're seeing that now. Your top 9 drivers all within 1 second of each other. Those Gen 6 machines are not getting away from each other, but they are blowing the doors off of the Xfinity rides as well as the Truck Series drivers. Jorge Canales no longer able to keep a hold of the draft, and he is already 11 seconds behind here as we work just past the 12-minute mark. We're going to move into about the 13th minute of tonight's 95-minute time event. We will have a short stage break 30 minutes into tonight's race for drivers to resituate, reset, refocus, rehydrate, and get ready to restart and run to the 60-minute mark where we will have our second stage break. Then it will be a final 35-minute shootout to the end. Who's going to walk away with the class wins? Who's going to walk away with the big trophy, the overall points championship? It's all going to come down to the final few. Long way to go here tonight. Still over. Still over an hour and 20 minutes on the stopwatch. Tight little battle right here. Looks like McCarthy really able to manipulate the draft right here and really control those lines behind her. Like a restrictor plate race for the time being here. Our top four stepped away for a moment, but then the rest of the field all coming back to them. Drivers make their way off of turn number 4. They'll head across the yard of bricks right there. It is. There we go. Woo, that's fast. McCarthy able to pull away. Drivers go single file at the front once again. We'll jump around the track just a little bit. What do you say? Back just behind the top 5 right here. There's Dave Gilbert in the 7 machine. Has Kevin Bernheimer, Tyler Rush all over him. Luke Smith dropping way back. The 10 Arch Crush machine. We've seen the great Crush out there over the past few weeks. He's going to jump back into the Arch Crush machine here tonight. See if that gives him any luck, but for the time being, Luke Smith going to drop back outside of the top 5, all the way back to 8th, and just kind of hang out right here. He's got Thomas Myers still right behind him. Oh, Nate Johnson looking to go up and around Ryan Johnson. Nate Johnson's going to get the pass done. Has Lucas Cortman right behind him, and Dave Gilbert helping to push that 17 machine towards the front. Well and clear at the front, though. Check out Kayla McCarthy. She stepped out to an 0.8 of a second advantage over the rest of the field right here. That's been the biggest gap for the race leader all night long. And the into being 8 of Nate Johnson. Well, he's now tasked with the hand of running back down McCarthy at the front of this field. Big slide off of the corner. We'll keep our eye up here at the front of the field, but we're going to take a moment to jump back here with William Lindell, your highest running Xfinity class driver. He's been able to get by all of the truck drivers and pull Patrick Anderson along with him, but he's beginning to step away and separate himself from Anderson as well. So for now, Klingbeil has control over that Xfinity class championship. What's happened to our drivers battling for the truck championship? Josh McKinney, Jorge Canales going at it side by side. We'll stay right here with this battle for just a few moments. Two truck drivers have been running with each other the entirety of tonight's race. 17 minutes into tonight's event. Canales, McKinney, still swapping positions, trading paint all over each other. Down into turn number 3, they'll stay stacked up side by side. Xfinity driver Jeffrey Ramsdell in tow, but nowhere to go. The 97 Exalta Chevy Camaro stuck for the time being. Dave Gilbert getting by Luke Smith at the front of the field for the 6th position. Ramsdell able to make the pass, and that's going to allow McKinney to get out in front of Canales. They'll go single file now, nose to tail. Can McKinney keep the lead in the truck class? Have to keep our eye on this little battle here, but let's go back up front with your Gen 6 drivers. Here you go, everybody running back down. McCarthy, she had an 0.8 of a second advantage, and now you can see on the stopwatch just 0.2 separates your race leader from the hungry drivers behind. She's got 2 of her championship contenders, championship competitors right behind her. Ryan Johnson, Lucas Portman on the trail. Patrick Anderson going to be the first driver to head to pit road for first green flag pit stop. Speed bump, see if going to follow suit. The 61 going to come down pit road. Richard Crane in the 36, also bringing the Dirt Vision sponsored Chevy Camaro down pit road for fuel and tires. When will the rest of the field come down pit road to top things off, get some fresh tires? Who's willing to risk it here? Do we see anybody take fuel only just to grab some track position and try to walk away with an extra bonus point here? I mean, it's gonna matter, but you're gonna have to win in your class in order to walk away with the championship. I mean, that's pretty much all that it comes down to. The only way that you're going to be able to walk away without being the winner of your class is by some chance one of these other Gen 6 drivers, let's say the 7 of Dave Gilbert, able to walk away with the checkered flag here tonight. Well, Gail McCarthy, she still wouldn't win the Gen 6 class, but she would win the championship by being in front of Ryan Johnson and Lucas Cortman. So a little bit of politicking involved, but outright it looks like the majority of these fields, the majority of these drivers vying for the overall championship in their respective class championships are gonna have to win the race. Whoa, big slide for McCarthy. Big slide for McCarthy heading out of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. That's going to open up the door for Ryan Johnson. Pole sitter goes back to the front of this field. How about the big run by Lucas Cortman? He's going to close in, catch up to the tail end. That Exalta 24 Chevy Camaro piloted by Kayla McCarthy. We've seen the fast Fords at the front in qualifying, but now the bow ties making the field bow down right now. Ryan Johnson, Kayla McCarthy lead this field as Bernheimer, Gilbert, Rush, Myers, and Johnson all come to pit lane. Jorge Canales and Michael Gitchell also come to pit lane this time around. Flag pit stops well and underway. We'll jump around for just a moment here. Ryan with Ryan Johnson as he makes his way around the track. Drivers all chasing after him. What do you say? We go high above. We got one of the best drone cam operators out there. Let's put him to work. High above the speedway. Check that out. Beautiful sight here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Benny Tabby in the 47 truck. Gonna head to pit road this time by. How about for the first time here tonight, a non-Gen 6 driver up inside of your top 8. Mark Ackerman brings the 37 to the 8th position. There you can see Ryan Johnson looking to put the 88 one lap down. What has happened to Nate Johnson? He's listed in the 9th position. Ackerman gonna fall off the lead lap now, back in the 9th position. Nate Johnson now running in 8th. Ryan Johnson all over him. Caleb McCarthy, Lucas Portman hot on the trail. Out there in TV land, and all the fans in the stands filling the house. Sold out night here tonight for the season finale here in the Split Decision Racing into being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series, powered by the Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. As we reach just about it looks like the 7-minute remaining mark here in the opening 30 minutes of tonight's race. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers the thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live as your race leaders head to pit road. Gonna jump back. Kevin Bernheimer has it. Excuse me, had to mute the mic there. Had a little problem to get rid of. Kevin Bernheimer, Luke Smith, nose to tail. They're battling for what may be the eventual race lead here tonight. Bernheimer not in the mix for the championship trophy here tonight, but he can still walk away with the race win, with the class win. Luke Smith and the Den Machine. He has something to say about it, everybody. Johnson, McCarthy, Gortman now up to speed, coming up through the gears. You should see them here in just a moment to the inside on the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see all of those drivers going off the pit road, getting up to speed now down the backstretch. Here comes Bernheimer. He's going to get himself by Luke Smith without any trouble. Get by Gortman, I should say, in McCarthy without any trouble. Ryan Johnson was somehow able to get himself back out in front of the field. And he's got himself a huge advantage right now. 4.3 seconds separating Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson from the rest of the field. Johnson may have pulled that right side only tire stop here tonight. He was about almost 5 seconds faster in his pit box. It's going to translate into, looks to be about a 6-second advantage on and off the pit road in total. That is a huge, huge difference, and here he is going to be able to hold some track right now with Matthew Wheeler. Bernheimer and Smith, McCarthy, Gortman all lined up, and whoa, around the 21 goes. The 21 of Matthew Wheeler, hard impact into the outside wall. Let's check the replay. Oh my gosh, you've seen Ryan Johnson right here. And looks like he didn't get any contact. Little bit of contact, slight contact on that left rear bumper of the 21. And oh my gosh. Oh my God. I don't know how that was not a catastrophe for multiple drivers. Wow. Race leader Ryan Johnson, his advantage going away quickly as well. Kevin Bernheimer, Luke Smith, Caleb McCarthy all lined up running down their race leader. Let's go back and check the Xfinity Series class drivers. William Klingbeil right here rounding out your top 10. He has control of the championship right now in that Xfinity Series. But the man right behind him, you can see him right there in the tail end of your screen. There's that 99 of Patrick Anderson. Runs in 11th right now, closing in on that 30-minute stage break, sitting second in the Xfinity Class Championship running right now. They've got themselves quite a bit of an advantage over Michael Gitchell and Keith Fonseca, who's back in 16th and 17th. So can the 99 run down Cling Bell by the end of this? We'll have to wait and see. Still a very long way to go. Long night here tonight for these drivers. Let's jump back behind Patrick Anderson and John Peterson. Ryan Chevy with your Truck Class Championship. That's continuing to rage on between these two drivers, Joshua McKinney and Jorge Canales, going at it, swapping that 13th and 14th spot amongst themselves. There's race leader Ryan Johnson making his way to the bottom of the track. He's going to put both of those drivers one lap down. McKinney, Canales both fall off the lead lap to your race leader, Ryan Johnson, but they're going to still fight amongst themselves for that truck class race win, the truck class championship as well. You can see just off in front of them, that is John Peterson, who is also one lap down. Ryan Johnson slowly trying to run down your Xfinity class leaders, Patrick Anderson and William Greenbell. I'm not sure he's going to get there before the end of this 30-minute mark. Stage break. We're just about 60 seconds, 90 seconds, I should say, away from that first and initial stage break. So we'll head back up front with the battle right here. Second, third, fourth, all on the raceway. There's McCarthy and Luke Smith. They've been able to keep their championship hopes alive, but they are still 5 seconds back behind race leader, class leader Ryan Johnson at the front of this field. Final 45 seconds here in the opening 30 minutes of tonight's 95-minute time event for the Split Decision Racing into the Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series Championship race right here at the Brickyard. That's right, Indianapolis Motor Speedway hosting the season finale. Tonight's race brought to you by the Butt Kicker. Feel what you been missing. 15 seconds now remaining. Looks like drivers will complete this lap, and then we should see that caution flag fly to bring the field to a crawl back behind the pace car. And there it is. Caution flag waves here tonight. Stage number 1 now in the book. The first 30 minutes under our belt. Well, I'll give you guys a little bit of a cheat sheet right here. 30 minutes into tonight's race, we've still got 65 minutes remaining, so you got 20 minutes to guess how many laps they'll be able to get in. 31 laps now on the books. Do you think you've done what it takes to walk away a little bit richer, walk away a little fatter in the pocket here tonight? Put your guess over down there in the YouTube side of things. Gotta put it in the chat to make it official. It's gotta be over here on YouTube. If you can guess the right amount of laps that these drivers are able to turn in by the end of this 95-minute timed event, you'll walk away as the winner of Dave's Dollars here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And as drivers do come to a crawl back behind the pace car, we're going to give the admins, race control, and officials the reins to let them sort things out, get drivers where they need to be, as we will have pit stops underway. We're going to step away for a few brief commercial breaks. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with all your green flag action live right here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own.
And we're gonna cut the commercial short because it's time to drop the hammer once again. Green flag flies for the opening of stage number 2. There it is, green flag now in the air just past the 60-minute mark. We're back, green flag racing. Nate Johnson leads Kayla McCarthy. Luke Smith Dave Gilbert, Lucas Fortman, and now Thomas Meyer going to round out your top 6. How about the great run so far here by William Klingbeil? He's up and around the 38 of Ryan Johnson, Patrick Anderson right there in tow. Xfinity Series drivers trying to catch a little bit of draft if they can. Meanwhile, back in that truck class championship run, Joshua McKinney still leading. Jorge Canales there 17th, 18th on the speedway. Watching Ryan Johnson trying to get around highest running Xfinity class driver William Klingbeil as Johnson goes to the bottom of the track. Klingbeil gonna drop back to 8th, but he's still got himself a bit of a buffer back to the 99 of Patrick Anderson. There you can see 2 Gen 6 drivers in between the 83 and the 99 of Anderson. So Anderson's got himself some ground to make up. Close racing right there. William Klingbeil almost into Kevin Bernheimer and Tyler Rush. He's going to jump out of the gas, jump out of the lane for just a moment. Everything's going to sort itself out here, and that's going to bring Patrick Anderson right to his rear deck lid. Anderson closes in fast, trying to find a way up and around, looking for a way to grab the top spot in that Xfinity class. This is one of your closest battles. We'll take a look now up at the front. What do you say we take a look at Kelly McCarthy, who's been able to take over the race lead? She's stepping away once again. She's had an 0.8 of a second advantage before, and slowly watch that gap dissipate as the drivers all got single file and started drafting with each other. Big slide out of that 88 into being Ford Mustang piloted by Nate Johnson. Big slide out of turn 4. Luke Smith gonna make it turn 2. Luke Smith gonna make his way by on the bottom of the speedway down into turn 3. He'll move to second. Jump around the track just a little bit, and we'll jump back outside of the top 5 for a moment. No, cameramen say nope. Let's go check out Caleb McCarthy at the front. Oh, back to Richard Crane and that Dirt Vision sponsored Chevy Camaro sitting 14th on the track. Crane, your biggest mover here tonight. He's up 12 positions from where he started. Now inside the top 15, Crane runs in the 14th position. Taking a look at Matthew Wheeler for a moment here in the battle with Xfinity class drivers. He's got the 4 of John Humphrey right behind him. Both Wheeler and Humphrey involved in some on-track incidents, and both of those drivers find themselves 1 lap down to your overall race leader, Keith Fonseca, with a big turnaround for his night. He's just outside of the top 15. Fonseca back on the lead lap. Good to see some of you Development Series drivers coming in, checking out the big boys right here in the Triple Threat Series. Looking forward to having you there. Ryan Cruz next season, going to be another hot one as well. And what a way to step off into the holidays, huh? Walking away with some hardware here tonight at one of the most iconic tracks. Probably one of the most premier tracks in the United States. The only real track that I can think of that would give Daytona International Speedway a run for their money as far as the icon status. Ton of history right here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, not just with NASCAR, but with multiple different series. It's a who's who of race winners when it comes to drivers that have been to victory lane here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I mean, you've got Dan Weldon, Montoya, you've got Frank T, Mario Andretti. I mean, the King Richard Petty's been here. You got Tony Stewart, Smoke himself. You got Jeff Gordon. What about Dale Earnhardt Sr., Dale Jr.? You've had so many different great drivers walk away with a race win here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in multiple different platforms, multiple different series. To write your name in history as a race winner, as a champion, right here, all at one time at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What a way to end season number 2 here. It's absolutely a fitting end to a season, walking away with one of the most prestigious, I would say, racetrack wins right here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll continue to watch this field continue to jump around just a little bit, back up to the 17 of Lucas Gortman, who's running in that 4th position, trying to run down Caden McCarthy and Luke Smith. McCarthy leads that championship battle for the Gen 6 drivers. She's in the top spot with the overall race win right now as well. So McCarthy quick here tonight, and she's out to a 2.5-second advantage. Right behind her, Dave Gilbert, Lucas Gortman, Thomas Myers round out your top 5. Back through the rest of the pack, we're watching the battle with Richard Crane, Michael Gitchell right here. Oh boy, close racing. Mark Ackerman, close quarters racing with that 48 of Michael Gitchell. Keith Fonseca, he's in the battle for the Xfinity class win as well. Gitchell and Fonseca going to go nose to tail. They're trying to run down Clinbell and Anderson, who are now taking 11th on the speedway. So as we've got these inter-class battles, we have to keep reminding ourselves that this is for all the marbles. This is what these drivers have been racing towards, fighting for all season long. It's time to walk away with some hardware, some big boy championship hardware here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We've got 5 minutes to go, race fans. So if you want to be a part of Dave's Dollars, you got to get over here to the YouTube side of things. You got to get it in the chat. Can you guess how many laps these drivers are going to be able to turn in this 95-minute timed event? We'll give you one more cheat sheet. Check it out. 43 laps now on the board. 45 minutes into tonight's race. You've got 5 minutes to put your guess in. Do you got what it takes to walk away with some fatter pockets here tonight? Can you win Dave's Dollars here in the season finale for the Split Decision Racing into being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series, powered by the Butt Kicker Field? You've been missing. McCarthy out to a big advantage in the Gen 6 class. Front of the field as well. She leads by 2.6 seconds. Close little battle here between Luke Smith and Lucas Gortman. Ryan Johnson, your pole sitter, walked away with I believe a bonus point possibly, or no, actually tonight all bonus points being thrown out. But Ryan Johnson was your pole sitter. The 38 Taz Motorsports driver now sits back in traffic, back in the 7th position, and he is struggling to make his way back up through the field. Multiple seconds back, he's about 7, almost 8 seconds back behind your race leader, Caleb McCarthy. So Dirty Air not playing nice for Ryan Johnson. We'll have to wait to see if he's able to make his way back up through the field here tonight, as we are 14 minutes away from the 60-minute stage break tonight. Everybody chasing the 24 of McCarthy. And well, Mr. Kelly, we're going to say this. If I had any idea what that word meant, I would be able to answer. If you think 69 laps, we'll take it. It's still before that 45-minute to go mark. So we will look back through the chat. We will see the final lap count put in. The 45-minute mark, we'll put a little asterisk up there in the chat so we know exactly where that cutoff was. Well, I'm sticking to my guns. I think these drivers are going to get in 84 laps. I think that's how many they're going to put down. Don't know, just feel like it's a good number, you know? 12 of Michael Hayward has had some trouble here tonight. Hayward gonna go to the bottom of the speed lane, let the Gen 6 drivers up and around. Kevin Bernheimer and Richard Crane gonna head to pit road. What about Jorge Canales? He's given up the fight with Josh McKinney to come to pit road. He's already had his fuel in service, down and away. Looks clean and clear. The 71 of Canales rejoins the track. Joshua McKinney in the 11 truck gonna pull to pit road this time around. That may very well give Vinny Tabby the class lead for the truck series right now. Michael Gitchell gonna head to pit road this time around. That's gonna bring William Klingbeil back to the top of the Xfinity class. Looks like Klingbeil was down on the pit road just a handful of laps ago, so Klingbeil already back up to speed as now Thomas Myers, Dave Gilbert head to pit road. Gap beginning to go the opposite direction. We're watching that gap shrink for Kayla McCarthy. We're keeping our eye on the scoring charts. She's been running a few tenths slower than the drivers behind her, Luke Smith and Lucas Gortman. Now Ryan Johnson back up inside of the top 5 so all 4 of your championship contenders for those Gen 6 Cup class drivers running back 1, 2, 3, 4 on the racetrack once again. And here comes everybody at the front of pit road. Luke Smith and Lucas Gortman making up a ton of time on McCarthy getting to pit road. How about the 88? Oh, not gonna make pit road. He's gonna blow the pit stop. Oh no, Nate Johnson misses pit road. Tough break for Johnson. He'll have to go all the way back around. But Ryan Johnson was able to get loaded up, slowed down enough to head to pit road. The 38 on pit lane as well. The 27 of Tyler Rush now takes over the race lead for the first time here tonight. He's gonna lead that Gen 6 Cup class. Rush looking for a good run, and we are just past that 45-minute mark. And I would agree. It's a really good feeling number, and I'm gonna leave it alone at that. Matthew Wheeler, John Humphrey, the 21 Ford F-150, and the Chevy Silverado of John Humphrey and the Ford machine head down to pit road. This time around, they're in their pit box for their service. Keep our eye on your overall race leader, Tyler Rush, as he is yet to come to pit road. Does Nate Johnson come down that last time? No, he's going to stay out on track as well. Johnson blowing the pit stop, trying to get down to pit road with McCarthy, Gortman, Smith, and Johnson unable to get the car loaded up in time, and he's going to have to stay out for a handful more laps. But how about Lucas Gortman? He's going to play an okey-doke on the field. Oh, man, getting the job done. We'll see if we can't break the stigma here. If you've joined us over the past handful of weeks, you know that me and Lucas had a little bit of a ongoing joke about whenever I eat tacos for lunch on a Friday, he seems to make it to victory lane. He was able to get to victory lane with neither one of us eating any tacos a handful of weeks ago. So we'll see if Gortman's able to get to victory lane here tonight. Dave not having tacos for dinner. Dave had some great Philly cheesesteak actually for lunch, which is delicious. onto the racing at hand here. We are down under 10 minutes to go here in stage number 2. Just over 50 minutes into tonight's 95-minute timed event, so the stopwatch beginning to wind down on these drivers' championships, hopes, and dreams. What do you say while we've got a chance? We'll stay with the race leader right now, Tyler Rush, who's out in front of that 88 of Nate Johnson. Let's run down how these drivers are running right now. Drivers vying for a championship in the truck class. Jorge Canales as well as Joshua McKinney Jonathan Kuzmano and Justin Gibbs were your 4 truck drivers going after a championship here tonight, and both Gibbs and Kuzmano with big trouble here tonight. They're listed 25th and 26th on the track. Multiple laps down. Kuzmano out of tonight's race and back in the hauler already as Justin Gibbs continues to beat and bang on his 93 machine to try to get back out there on the track, but I think it's going to be to no avail. I don't think he's going to be able to turn in enough laps here tonight to overtake his rivals in the truck class. Jorge Canales sitting in the 19th position. He's got to run down the driver in front of him. Let's go back and check out that battle real fast. That is a battle for the championship trophy in the truck class here. It's all going to come down to these 2 men. Who wants it more? Will McKinney get the job done, or will Canales continue to dominate the truck class this season and walk away with some championship hardware here tonight? Right now, it's going to take winning that truck class to walk away with the championship. McKinney holding serve in 17th. We talk about needing to win your class to walk away with a championship. How about the battle that has been going on here? William Klingbeil able to open up now a 3.5-second advantage over the 99 of Patrick Anderson. Both of those drivers to a good 4. Battling for the Xfinity Class Championship, Michael Gitchell and Keith Fonseca, they've been battling with each other as well all night long, but the top of the Xfinity Class has been Klingbeil and Anderson. They both run 9th and 11th on the track here tonight so far, so look for Klingbeil to walk away with the Xfinity Class win in the Xfinity Class Championship. And that's going to bring us right on along to those Gen 6 drivers, Lucas Gortman, Ryan Johnson, Kayla McCarthy, Luke Smith. That is your 4 championship contenders for the Gen 6 class. And right now, it's going to be Lucas Gortman. He's not winning the overall race. He's not even winning the class right now. 3rd in class, 3rd overall on the track. But he is your highest running championship contender. So Lucas Gortman in that 17 Taco Bell Ford Mustang looking to keep the rest of his competitors behind him. Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, Kevin McCarthy, all nose to tail, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's going to be your championship rundown, but just about 4 minutes remaining here in stage number 2. We're 4 minutes away from the 60-minute mark in tonight's 95-minute timed event. Big slide out of 4, and Tyler Rush, Nate Johnson, they're both going to head to pit road. That's going to allow William Klingbeil and Kevin Bernheimer to get themselves back on the lead lap there. You can see Joshua McKinney getting himself a lap back. Patrick Anderson gonna follow suit. How about Jorge Canales? He's gonna go by, get himself at least one of his laps back as well. And that will put the field in the hands of this man right here, coming down to pit road and grabbing just right side tires and fuel. Lucas Gortman now leads the Gen 6 class and leads the championship running drivers. Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, Kayla McCarthy. There you see them all in tow, lined up with each other, heading down the backstretch, trying to run down Lucas Gortman in a bit of a slide for one driver we've seen. I believe that was an Xfinity Series driver. That may have been the 37 of Mark Ackerman. A little bit of a struggle here tonight for that 37. He sits outside of your top 20, back in 21st. Find ourselves right around 2 minutes remaining here before the second stage break, so why don't we give you a little bit of house cleaning here tonight. We started tonight's race with 26 drivers. We still got 23 drivers out there on the track with only 11 drivers left on the lead lap. Patrick Anderson will be the last driver on the lead lap in the 11th position. So hot and heavy on the gas here tonight. It's been hammer time all night long for these drivers. Picking them up, laying them down here tonight at the Brickyard, the famous Yard of Bricks. About to get ran by right here. Why don't we get a little closer? Oh, wow. Now that is what you call some great racing action, some great racing footage. We'll continue to jump around the track and give you some more of these great camera shots here. Watching the field make their way through turn number 2. They'll head off of the exit of 2 down the back stretch right here. There you go. Flying by goes Patrick. Canales, Portman, the rest of your top 5 slide on through back down now in turn 2. The field once again. They'll head off into turn 4 now, coming right at you once again and head back down this long front stretch. Everybody hunting the stage break, and we are less than 60 seconds away from the stage break. 30 seconds now on the stopwatch. Will stay with Lucas Cortman as he's continuing to be chased down by Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, and Caleb McCarthy. They have caught him. They are there. 1 through 4, all nose to tail through 1 and 2. Canales, that 71 truck being put back a second lap down. Jorge Canales going to be a second lap down. He should receive a 1 wave around here. Get himself back on the lead lap with class leader Joshua McKinney, who was able to stay out in front of Lucas Gortman and get himself, I believe, back on the overall lead lap. So McKinney may have just saved his championship. There may not be much of a battle now. McKinney gonna be able to get onto the lead lap. Canales gonna end up just 1 lap down to overall race leader. This is gonna be one to sort out. It may take just a second for race control and admins to get everybody in their proper positions. So while we hand it over to them, we will step away for a few paid commercial breaks. Gotta pay the bills, you know how that goes. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back trackside with all your green flag action right here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. will rejoin the track once again with new race leader Nate Johnson at the front of the field. Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, Lucas Corbin, and Caleb McCarthy round out your top 5, your 4 championship contenders in the Gen 6 class, all lined up nose to tail once again on the restart. Down and away goes the pace car, ready to drop the green flag for the final time. And on the gas, away we go. Green flag flies for the final. Right around 28 minutes or so remaining in tonight's 95-minute timed event. We are right at the 70-minute mark here, so very close quarters to the end of tonight's race, and we should see these drivers at the front vying for a championship get a little bit more racy. There goes Luke Smith, shot out of a cannon, almost 3 wide for the first time tonight through turn number 3. Luke Smith going to take over that top spot. Nate Johnson back in second. Ryan Johnson trying to make his way up and around. There's Lucas Cortman and Caleb McCarthy lined up, all kicking the doors down right here, trying to get up there and take that top spot away. Nate Johnson wants to spoil the show, though. He wants to walk away with the class win tonight. Racing for pride here in that E2B sponsored 88 Ford Mustang. Nate Johnson looks to spoil the show with the class and overall race win. Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, Lucas Cortman, Caleb McCarthy all nose to tail. They're going to cover off that 88 of Nate. By the time they get back to turn 3, Lucas Cortman able to clear McCarthy, going to be stuck to the high side for at least another corner. 3 starting to separate themselves just a little bit. McCarthy struggles with the outside lane. Gonna fall off pace, and she's gonna have to make a crossover move down to the inside of Nate Johnson. The N2B trying to keep her wound up at the top of the speedway. Here comes McCarthy down into one. Not gonna get there just yet. While this battle rages on, let's go back, check out our Xfinity class drivers. There you can see that 83 of William Klingbeil. He's leading Michael Gitchell. Keith Fonseca now in the 12th, and Patrick Anderson rounds out the top 4 in the Xfinity class. Your top 4 Xfinity class drivers are your 4 Xfinity class championship hunters. And the same can really be said for these truck class competitors as well. The contenders for the championship in the truck class, the 11 of Josh McKinney running in 17th, and Jorge Canales right there, second in class right now, running in 19th. They have been battling all night long as well, so it's going to come down to the final few minutes, the final few seconds, maybe even the final lap. iRacing predicting 24 laps before we will see the checkered flag fly for those of you involved with Dave's Dollars here tonight. Let's give you one more cheat sheet. What do you say? Let's go back, take a look at it. 67 laps into tonight's race. We are 71 minutes into tonight's race, so you do the math. Do you think you got it right? I think we may be in trouble out there, race fans. I think we may have undershot this one. I think these drivers going to post right at about 90 plus laps here tonight, so it looks like the closest one in what we're predicting now. Let's take a look at it here back through the chat. I believe there was somebody that said 89 laps, and that was Trent Oliver. Or Euler, sorry about that, Trent. Got that last name a little bit mixed up there, but Trent, closest one for what we're predicting now. He put in 89 laps. Can Trent walk away a little bit richer, a little bit fatter pockets? Can he walk away with Dave's Dollars here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the season finale for season number 2 with split decision racing's into being Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series powered by the Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Meanwhile, back at the front of this field, Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson slowly starting to separate themselves from Lucas Gortman, who runs in third. They have all walked away from McCarthy. There you can see that 24 Exalta machine. She's lost a little bit of ground to these top three drivers. Ryan Johnson with a little bit of a moment off of turn two, trying to break the draft, trying to keep Gortman from being all over his rear deck lid, but Lucas Gortman not having any of it. Everybody chasing the man at the front. Luke Smith leads this field. And back in the house. How about that, man? Good to see you around. Phone home. How you doing, bud? Good to see you out here in the chat. Good to see you checking in on things over here. Championship night of racing we have had. We've seen Early Trouble take out two championship contenders in the truck class. Jonathan Gibbs, Jonathan Guzmano, Justin Gibbs, I apologize, and Jonathan Guzmano both taken out very early here today with an on-track incident. Both of those truck drivers going to finish back in the tail end of the running order, 25th and 26th on the speedway. And that's going to leave Joshua McKinney and Jorge Canales battling it out for the truck class win and battling it out for the overall race win, class win, and championship right now. Ryan Johnson goes to the bottom of the speedway. Can your considered Tiny Horse get the job done here tonight for Taz Motorsports? He's going to have his work done out of Luke Smith. Not just going to roll over, not going to play nice. Lucas Gortman right there behind him, and slowly but surely McCarthy starting to close back in. McCarthy does have some help with the 77 of Thomas Myers behind her for some drafting help. But as those top three get back single file, they'll begin to pull back away from McCarthy. Just 20 minutes remaining on the stopwatch here tonight in the 95-minute time event for the season finale here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Brickyard going to produce yet another historic night of racing right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And I tell you what, if you haven't already, head on over to the YouTube page. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by and say hey and check things out, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, and possibly even sponsors. We do appreciate you coming by, checking things out each and every time you do. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, while you're at it, enjoying some great multi-class racing action here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Travis, always good fun with you, buddy. Checking in out there in the chat. Travis, bit of an alien, has been missed on track this season, but does come in to check things out in the chat. So again, we do appreciate you stopping by, checking things out here in the season finale at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, hot action on the track right now for the overall race lead, the class lead, in the championship lead. Ryan Johnson and Luke Smith continuing to go at it. Lucas Gortman right there in tow, and McCarthy slowly fading. McCarthy slowly fading in the background. She sits in fourth. She has stepped away from her help, Thomas Myers. So will lap traffic be enough to slow down these lead drivers for McCarthy to have a shot by the time the checkered flag flies? Still a pretty long way to go here tonight before we will decide who walks away with all the championship hardware here tonight. But again, it looks like you're going to have to win your class to win the championship trophy. Close three-car battle here. Luke Smith looks back to the outside. Lucas Gortman right there in tow. We're going to jump back for just a moment, or we're going to check out the timing and scoring, I should say. William Klingbeil, the 83 machine, still leading the Xfinity class. He's got himself about a 5-second gap back to his closest running Xfinity competitor. Also a championship competitor, Michael Gitchell, Keith Fonseca, Patrick Anderson, all in tow, and they all head to pit road. Jeffrey Ramsdell, the 97 machine, also going to be joined onto pit road by the 36 of Richard Crane. So it looks like most of your Xfinity drivers coming to pit road for what could be the final time here tonight. And liking what she's seeing here, the driver sitting in fourth inside that Exalta 24 machine, Kayla McCarthy, trying to run down the drivers at the front. She's watching them mix things up back and forth. Let's jump on board with McCarthy and ride around this beautiful 2.5-mile track. There you can see Anna McCarthy's windshield drivers getting a bit bigger. That means she's getting a little bit closer. The more they battle, the more she'll gain. Back down into turn 3. Look at that gain right there on Gortman. She can see them. They're right there. She's trying to reel these front three in. Can McCarthy get the job done? A little bit of a correction on the steering wheel. Coming out of turn 4 back across the yard of bricks on the front stretch. Will continue around the track. 80 minutes into tonight's race. That's right, there's only 15 minutes to go. Drivers are on notice. It's time to lay it all out on the line. William Klingbeil looking to walk away as a champion here tonight. He's now inside the top 10. He sits in that 6th overall position with a big race lead over the closest Xfinity competitor who is not in that championship hunt. John Peterson in the 16 Toyota Supra runs in the 7th position, and we'll jump back out of the car, back on track with a few drivers out there. There you can see that 77 of Thomas Myers. He counted 28 of Kevin Bernheimer right behind him. Dave Gilbert, Nate Johnson, all in tow. There's Ryan Johnson, your overall race leader. He stepped away as Luke Smith, Lucas Gortman, and Tyler Rush all come to pit road this time around. Johnson stuck behind some lap traffic. Will it be enough for McCarthy to close in? She's already been able to gain about 2/10 on this lap. What will Ryan Johnson do? Will the Taz Motorsports driver head to pit road this time around? What will McCarthy do? Big slide out of turn 3 for Ryan Johnson. More drivers heading to pit road this time around. That's going to be John Humphrey in the Ford truck. He's going to hit the pit road. Kayla McCarthy, she's going to wave the white flag. She's going to go ahead and come down the pit road for what should be her final stop of the night. Josh McKinney making his final stop in the 11 truck. That has given the class lead and the championship lead back to the 71 of Jorge Canales. He's now inside the top 5. Tough trouble for the 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell. Very slow on the track. Canales takes over the lead in the trunk class, but he is yet to stop for the final time. So how long will he be able to stay out? Will he be able to keep that truck class lead as well? We got a little bit to find out. And oh no, it looks like McCarthy may have been popped for speeding on pit lane. She has been in her pit stall for quite some time, and McCarthy's championship hopes are fading away in the final few minutes of tonight's 95-minute timed event. We are right at the 82-minute mark into the 95-minute event. McCarthy, big trouble late in the race. William Klingbeil, he's had enough. He's going to go ahead and pull the 83 down the pit road for the final time here tonight. That's going to leave Ryan Johnson out there still yet to come to pit road. When will he stop for his final bit of fuel? Does he have enough to run it all out? Does he have enough gap to really stretch this thing on out? There you can see it, 40.5-second race advantage over Lucas Gortman, so he's got plenty of time between them. But is it going to be enough for him to save enough gas? Man, this is going to be close. Just about 12 minutes away from the end of tonight's race. Ryan Johnson has now a 40-second race advantage over Lucas Gortman. Is Johnson trying to stretch this run out to the end of tonight's race? And I tell you what, why don't we check in on that Dave's Dollars lap count one more time? What do you say, race fans? Ryan Johnson is going to pull the pit road this time. Will he stay out too long? Will Lucas Gortman be able to take back that top spot? We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But first, let's check back in on that lap count. 81 laps in. Oh no. 81 laps in, so unfortunately, my man Chip, you're out of the running for Dave's Dollars here tonight. I believe we do have one or two other drivers or other two race fans out there playing along with Dave's Dollars that are going to be listed out of tonight's competition as well. Looks like myself, I very well may be out of this running as well. I said there was 84 laps, and they're going to get more than 2 more laps in. So it looks like the only driver with a shot at walking away with Dave's Dollars is going to be Trent. But unfortunately, Trent, I think you're going to come up a little bit short. I think these drivers are going to cross that 90-lap threshold here tonight. And we'll jump back to the timing and scoring over there on the left-hand side of your screen as the final 10 seconds tick off, and we'll have just 10 minutes remaining here tonight in the season finale for Season 2 of Split Decision Racing's Into Being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series, powered by the Butt Kicker. Yeah, you're not the only driver, but you're one of the very few drivers out there like that Toyota. As a matter of fact, you've just got one in the field here tonight in the 16. John Peterson, it has been on pit road for quite some time here tonight. Late race trouble for the 16 Toyota Supra. Peterson sits in 19th. And here we go. Let's jump back to the race lead right here. Lucas Gortman. Oh, big trouble. Ryan Johnson nails the wall. Ryan Johnson pancakes the right side of that 38. And there you can see big trouble now. Ryan Johnson in trouble. He's going to have to pull the pit road. Tiny Horses Championship is going out the window. Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith now 1-2 for the overall race lead. 1-2 for the class win. 1-2 for the championship and overall championship. Which one of these drivers are going to keep it clean to the end? Does Smith have enough in the tank to run down Lucas Gortman at the front of the field? It's a Ford-dominated front. Your top 6 drivers all running them fast Ford Mustangs here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We've seen the horsepower in qualifying. It's showing up in race trim. What a run by these Gen 6 drivers here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There you can see just off in front of Luke Smith a few lap machines past the 12. Michael Hayward. Another 2 lap machines in between. 1 lap machine, I should say, in between. That's the 61. of Keith Fonseca running third in the Xfinity class right now. Fonseca with a big turnaround for his race. Luke Smith able to get by. Smith gonna move a little closer to Lucas Gortman. That gap between the championship contenders, just 1.5 seconds. How about we go back to this battle right here? This is gonna be a good one. William Klingbeil, Patrick Anderson. Drivers mix things up amongst themselves all night long. Both of them battling for the class win, battling for the class championship. Right now, it's all in the hands of that 83 of William Klingbeil. We will take a look back at the truck class race leader as well here. There you can find the 11 of Joshua McKinney. The 11 truck has been quick all night long. He's got himself about an 11-second advantage over the 71 of Jorge Canales. Canales, the next in line in the truck class, the next in line for the truck class championship as well. He's got quite a bit of ground to make up. Not sure he's going to be able to get there in time, but for now, inside the McKinney voice and sound, 11 Chevy Silverado, Josh looking to bring home some hardware. We'll jump back around the track, back towards the front of this field. Johnson in the 88. He's got the 77 of Thomas Myers, David Gilbert, and Kevin Bernheimer behind him. They're all chasing down your top two drivers, Lucas Gortman and Luke Smith. That battle now under 1 second as Luke Smith has been running down Lucas Gortman for the overall race lead, the overall championship, the class win, and the class championship as well. It's all going to come down to these final 5 minutes here tonight. That's right, 5 minutes remaining in the season finale right here from the Brickyard. Let's go back to the battle for the top spots, the top drivers in the Cup Class Championship standings. Lucas Gortman leading the Arch Crush number 10 of Luke Smith as we now have under 5 minutes to go. Chip, we'll see your 99. Unfortunately, we can't allow that to be an official answer, but let's see. Lap 88 and my friend Trent, I think you're going to come up short as well. Lap 89 now on the books, so nobody gonna walk away any richer. Dave's dollars stay safe, stay in Dave's pocket. That's gonna be a first time last season here with Split Decision Racing's into being Triple Threat Series. We've seen 4 times Dave's dollars get picked up by the race fans out here in the YouTube chat. This season, we went all year long, all season long, nobody able to guess the lap count this time this season. And well, a little bit unfortunate. We've had a few fans all over that lap count, but unfortunately nobody can walk away with Dave's dollars. Once again here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we'll continue to watch the battle for the overall race lead, the class championship. All gonna come down to the final 3.5 minutes. Side-by-side battle now as Luke Smith goes to the outside. Close and they touch. Contact. Fenders bending at the front of this field. Oh boy. If something happens to these two drivers, that may very well put Kayla McCarthy in a position to walk away with a championship. McCarthy a little bit off pace right now. We'll get that timing and scoring back up through there on the left-hand side. There you can see it. McCarthy almost a full lap down, but if we've got trouble from these two drivers, she might find herself in the catbird seat. Because Ryan Johnson out of tonight's race after pancaking the right side of the Daz Motorsports 38 machine off the outside wall. Johnson's championship dreams are over, and he is out of tonight's race. Kayla McCarthy still alive, still hunting after her championship, still side by side here with Luke Smith and Lucas Gortman. We'll take a look through the timing and scoring. William Klingbeil still with the Xfinity Class Championship well in hand. Joshua McKinney and Jorge Mallett, they still run. Open 13th on the track, but McKinney has himself quite a bit of an advantage, over 10 seconds separating those two drivers. So look for McKinney to bring home the trophy, and contact. Around goes Luke Smith into the outside wall. Oh no, Lucas Gortman slow on the track. Looks like he's got some trouble as well. Oh my goodness. Still over a minute and a half remaining here tonight, and Lucas Gortman may have had some trouble. The car may be heavily damaged. Luke Smith now falling well off of pace, well behind Gortman. Oh my. Less than 60 seconds now remain on the stopwatch. That's right, we are 94 minutes into tonight's 95-minute time to event. 45 seconds now remaining on the stopwatch. Lucas Gortman leading Luke Smith by 1.8 seconds. Kayla McCarthy able to make up 10 seconds, but she's going to need a lot more help to get the job done. William Klingbeil right there still leading the Xfinity class. Joshua McKinney leading the truck class. Lucas Gortman through turn 3. We'll come through the short chute and back to turn number 4. I believe we're going to get one more lap out of this one, race fans. I don't think we're going to see the checkered flag fly just yet. Or maybe we will. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be it on the stopwatch. And it looks like that's going to be the white flag. I believe we're going to have ourselves one lap to go here. Everybody stays on the gas. Everybody's going after it here. And what a heartbreak there by Luke Smith, contacting himself and Lucas Gortman after some great hardcore side-by-side racing action. Lap after lap there in contact into the outside wall, and the 10 of Luke Smith watched his championship dreams go out the window, but walking away at the front of this field, heading towards the checkered flag. It's in the air. Lucas Gortman captures the flag here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He's going to take the overall race win. He's going to take the class win. He's going to take the overall championship, as well as that Gen 6 class championship as well. So a lot of hardware picked up tonight from the Taco Man himself, Lucas Gortman, getting the job done. There you can see Luke Smith coming up, maybe not quite so happy. There's the contact in the bump. We knew it was coming. Smith a little unhappy with the way it went down, but nonetheless, it went down. And Lucas Gortman walks away with the Gen 6 championship. William Klingbeil gonna get the job done and walk away with the Xfinity Class Championship. And Josh McKinney gets the job done, and McKinney walks away with a Truck Class Championship as well. Man, what a night. What a great night of racing action. And it looks like a word's still not done between that 10 of Luke Smith and the 17 of Lucas Courtman. And Courtman, he's going to go ahead and slow it on down and just get away. Show on the front stretch at the yard of race is the championship burst. We're going to step away for a brief promotional break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your post-race interviews.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And back trackside at the conclusion of another great racing night here for Split Decision Racing's Into Being Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series, brought to you by the Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. And I tell you what, race fans, we're not going to keep you waiting any longer. Let's see if we can't grab a few words with the drivers that walked away with the hardware, with the drivers that walked away with the class championships. Let's see if we can dial up the driver inside of that 11 truck. Josh, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? I am doing good. I don't know that I'm doing as good as you. How's it feel to be a truck class champion? Well, walk us through a little bit of tonight's battle and tonight's race. You and Jorge Canales in the 71 Ford F-150. You two, after I believe it was about lap one, you two were the only two truck drivers left in that championship four in the truck class, and you guys managed to mix things up for the majority of the night. At what point did you feel that you had it in the bag?
Had quite a bit. After that, it was just, man, I had a great truck all night long, and I was able to stay up front.
Absolutely, a great truck all night long. You had the lead of the class pretty much the entirety of the race. There was a couple times you gave it up. You swapped positions with Canales there for a few times, and I believe Matthew Wheeler did get a handful of laps led in the truck class as well. But we noticed tonight the truck's struggling a little bit with the pace, not really able to keep up with those Xfinity cars the way that we've known them to do at these bigger tracks. Was there just that much of a difference on the on the horsepower here tonight?
Definitely going down the straightaways, I noticed that Bill and all of them guys had quite a bit more power. I was able to control my car a little bit better throughout the turns. Man, I got to thank Jorge quite a bit for racing me real clean all race long. Um, it's a shame he couldn't have been a little bit closer at the end.
Yeah, it would have been a one for the ages to come down in the final few minutes with the true two truck class contenders for the championship to be battling it out for the class win as well as that championship. But nonetheless, man, congratulations. Hats off on a job well done. Worked it out all season long to get where you're at right here at the end of it in victory lane at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the class win in the championship trophy right behind you as well. So before we let you go and this, enjoy this night, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous? Maybe thank anybody back at the shop?
Of course, Dave. First of all, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting this wonderful event and every event we've been a part of. I'd like to thank Dave Gilbert for hosting this. What an awesome guy he is. Josh Beaver, he doesn't get enough credit, and he's really helped me out in this series. Lastly, I'd like to thank my wife, Callie, and man, I can't wait until we have that beautiful baby in February. I love all you guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Well, my man, congratulations on the championship. Congratulations on the historic win. But more importantly, man, congratulations, and I wish you the best. And your move towards fatherhood, kids are something that are, man, it's a world like no other when they arrive. So enjoy it, my man, and I hope everything works out well for you and in the family. So enjoy this one, and maybe we can see you next season. What do you say?
Oh, you will for sure, Dave. Thank you again, Mr. Gilbert. I appreciate everything everyone does in this series. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, guys.
All right, well, there you have it. Josh McKinney, walks away with the truck class win and walks away with the truck championship here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Job well done, my man. And that's going to move us right along to the driver that walked away with not just the Xfinity class win, but the Xfinity class championship as well. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that 83 machine. Mr. Klingbeil, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, man, job well done. Checkered flag in hand, and you've got yourself some hardware to go home with. How you feeling?
I feel pretty surprised. Car seemed to be really good there at the Indy track. Kind of feel a little remorseful for Anderson in '99 though, because he led the whole season basically. He was just a little bit off at Indy.
It comes up just a little bit short, a little bit off pace here tonight. Finishes right behind you in the running order, but at the same time, you gotta respect what you've been able to do. Everything was laid out on the line here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You had your foot in the throttle the entire night, and you walked away with the class win in the championship as well. So all season long, culminating to this one race, and you were able to get the job done. What's your thoughts moving forward? Are we going to see you stick out the Xfinity ride, or are you going to be making the jump to the Cup cars next season?
No, I want to get in the cups. I like the way they corner. They're not the fastest on the straightaway, but they go around the corner and almost fly it out on every track. Yeah, I'm gonna be moving up the cup. I got to give a shout out to Dave DeParis. He runs in the series 2 on the truck, but he was my crew chief, and we flew around a lot with the brake bias, a lot during the race, and I think that might have been a little bit my advantage for turning in the corners. Anyways, I got to give a shout out to Dave.
Yeah,
and Dave and the other Dave for putting on this really good show. It's a lot of fun.
absolutely fun week in, week out every time we hit the track. And we won't keep you much longer here. I know you got a lot of celebrating to do here after walking away with the class win in the championship. So with that being said, William, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back at the shop or maybe that you missed?
Yeah, my wife's back at the shop. She's my number one sponsor. Couldn't do it without her. That's Barb. Give a big shout out to my wife, Barb.
All right. Well, William, again, congratulations on walking away with the season championship. And we look forward to catching you in the Cup cars next season.
Thanks a lot.
All right. There you have it. William Klingbeil, happy that he's walking away with the championship trophy, but a little bit, I don't want to say unsatisfied, but recognizing that 99 of Patrick Anderson was the man to beat all season long and just coming up short here tonight. But nonetheless, his name goes down in the history books, in the pages with Split Decision Racing's into being Triple Threat Series. William Klingbeil walks away from the track with the championship hardware for the Xfinity class. And that's going to move us right on along to the driver that walked away with the overall race win, with the class win, and adding to the trophy case, Lucas Gortman walks away with the Cup championship. Lucas, it's Dave. You got your ears on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing? How you feeling after getting it done once again?
Man, it's bittersweet, like, I come from season 2 getting my first win in the Triple Threat Series and the Cup Series, and then come here season 3 and win 3 races in a row and then finish it off with a 4th win and the most important spot in the season, the Final Four, the championship race. And, it came down to, 2 drivers door banging and giving it their all in every inch, and sometimes it was just too many inches, and that's what happened between Luke and I. I apologized to him and talked to him. He understood. Yeah, he's upset. I would be, But like, it's hard racing and it's for a championship. You'll do anything for it, and we're giving it all out there, and I respect what he was doing as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. We were gonna bring that up and see what your thoughts were about it there. That close racing between yourself and the 10 of Luke Smith, side by side, beating and banging there for about at least 2 to 3 laps before the final 60 seconds went on to the stopwatch. Some great racing action, nothing malicious or intentional, just some great racing action. Uh, but nonetheless, with that being said, uh, was there any point tonight where you thought you had it in the bag, or were you unsure all night long?
Yeah, in the beginning, the first stage was all about learning, and we took 4 tires on the green side pit stop there, and learned that that probably wasn't going to be the call. Then we took 2 in the second stage, and that got us the stage win. So we were thinking, okay, we'll do it in stage 3, and hopefully it works out. And it did kind of. Luke Smith took 4 tires, and then eventually caught us. And then, like you said, the beating and banging, which it felt like it was short track racing on a 2.5 mile oval at Indianapolis, which was insane. Hated that last hit happened. But yeah, like you said, to answer your question though, no, not really. We didn't really. I didn't think I had it in the bag probably until that last hit, and even then, the car was so badly damaged after contact, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, there was some pretty significant contact there between both of you drivers. Some bent up fenders for sure. I don't think the guys back at the shop are going to be too upset with you walking away with the hardware still here tonight from the track. Walking away with multiple sets of hardware, the overall race win, the class win, the overall championship, as well as the Cup Class Championship. So you got 4 trophies that fit in the hauler. Do you got enough room for them?
I hope so. We'll have to see about that one. We have to get the old trophy case out, I think.
I hear you. Well, again, my man, congratulations on a job well done, completing the task at the end of the season right here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So, before we let you go and enjoy all the celebrations you've got lined up, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yes, sir. Yeah, as always, like to thank everyone at Taco Liver Racing, Back Row Sim Racing, my wife, daughter, my parents, brother, sister. You know, like I said, Back Row Sim Racing. Those guys are amazing. They support me through everything, and then everyone at Taco Liver Racing. I'm at a loss of words. It's so much emotion coming here. Like, go out and win the title. It's a lot. So thank you to all the admins for you know doing this. This league is amazing. It's a tough idea. 3 series at the same track. So thank you to all those guys. Thank you for broadcasting. It's been great, and I look forward to the next season. It's gonna be awesome.
Absolutely, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the job well done. Walking away with all the hardware here tonight. Walking away with the Cup Class Championship. Job well done, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you again next season.
Thank you, man.
All right, there you have it. Words of wisdom from the man walking away with 4 championship trophies here tonight. Well, 4 trophies, I should say. 2 of them championship trophies, 2 of them race trophies. Heck of a job by the Team Taco 17 Taco Bell machine of Lucas Gortman. He parks that Ford Mustang in victory lane, and he's going to have a long off season of appearances and promotions to keep up with, now walking away with the season championship. What a job well done. What a night of racing action right here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I can't think of a better way to end the season than at a famous track just like this one right here. And it does sound like producers hitting those buttons in the background, so you know the tunes, you know the sounds. Let's run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot, class win, Cup win, Cup championship. Your race winner, the 17 of Lucas Gortman. Right behind him in the second position, the 7 of Dave Gilbert. There's the 88 of Nate Johnson back at third. Luke Smith will finish in fourth, and rounding out your top 5, the 77 of Thomas Myers. Kevin Bernheimer going to slot home in 6th, and championship contender Kayla McCarthy going to park her Exalta 24 machine home in the 7th position. William Klingbeil walks away with the Xfinity Class win as well as the Xfinity Class championship, so some hardware going home with that 83. Klingbeil walks away in 8th. Patrick Anderson, a 99 machine, comes up just a little bit short here tonight. He'll fall back to the 9th position. Keith Fonseca rounds out your top 10 in the 61 machine. Back in the 36th, Richard Crane finishes in 11th. 12th place tonight goes to your truck class winner and your truck class champion, the 11 of Joshua McKinney. Jorge Canales parks the 71 machine back in the 13th finishing spot. Michael Kitchell back there in 14th, 15th spot to Mark Ackerman. Michael Hayward finishing 16th, 17th tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway belongs to the 4 of John Humphrey. Pole sitter Ryan Johnson has some late race trouble. He'll finish 11 laps down to 38, walks away in 18th. Back in 19th tonight will be John Peterson. Tyler Rush rounds out your top 20. 21st here in the season finale belongs to Jeffrey Ramsdale. Matthew Wheeler back in 22nd. 23rd to the 47 of Vinny Tabby. Justin Gibbs back in 24th. 25th to Thomas Teagan. Jonathan Kuzmano will round out the running order here tonight. Gotta give a big shout out and tip of the cap to Race Control and Adman just down the hall. Joshua Sousey keeping all the drivers straight under these stage breaks and getting everybody lined up and where they need to be when we go back. Green flag racing, job well done all season long, not just here tonight. Thank you for everything that you've done all season long. Joshua getting it done down there in the Race Control booth. What a run it was. What a night we had here tonight, and we're going to set to wind things up, roll up the cords, and shut off the lights. So, with that being said, as always, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in turn 3.